Listen to this. He just graduated. He has his degree. He got a great job right after graduation. But years later, he resigned, giving up his stable income and all his benefits to pursue his passion. But how did a degree in mathematics and electronics enable him to build one of the most successful educational institutions in Jamaica? This and more in episode number 11. I am your host, Naja Robinson, and this is Afrocents.
Now, today we are joined by the educator whose pep songs pretty much took social media by storm back in 2019, the CEO of One Place Academy and Blake Beats, Hossein Blake, commonly known as Mr. Blake. Hi, Mr. Blake. How are you doing?
Hi, Naja. I'm not bad, man. How are you?
I'm good. All right.
Awesome.
Your
Awesome.
songs have been making waves on social media from 2019. From your first song, you remember your first song, don't you?
Actually, it's from 2018,
2018.
in September 2018, Solid Liquid
Mhm.
Gas. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the first track I actually released. And,
Mhm.
it was just to test the market to see how the
Okay.
students would react to it.
Mhm.
Because I always had this thing within me, I love music and I'm an educator at the same time. So I was like, why not fuse the two and see. And the first time I did that in 2018 September, the students actually loved it. Right, so
Mhm.
I would have students come into the class singing and so on and so solid the liquid that and so on. So I was like, whoa, and they knew it line for line, right?
Mhm.
So I had students even telling me that, sir, actually use the song in my test. I was like, what? Get me?
Hold on. All right. Let's not jump the gun. Let's go back to let's go down memory lane a bit, and go back to where it all began. Back
Yeah,
at University of West Indies, Mona. So you pursued a bachelor's of science degree in mathematics and also um electronics as
electronic.
well.
Yeah.
How was your time at University of West Indies? Were you involved in any tutoring or music?
Well, my time at the UA, I would say it was well spent. And surprisingly, no, I wasn't involved in any tutoring per se or music on the campus. My tutoring would be like mostly in my community, right, where I'm from. So that's Portmore Park here in Portmore. Nagozed Portmore Park in Portmore. And
Mhm.
I would tutor committee members, students, and so on to help them with their upcoming exam, prepare for their upcoming exams and things like
Was that
that.
in PEP or CXC?
Both. So it was actually both, right? And in between, because sometimes students are in grade 7, 8, 9. So it was really like from a primary school right up to high school, I would be assisting, right?
Mhm.
So on campus, no, I wasn't really doing any music or any tutoring on the
But
campus.
you were
Uh,
inducted in the Physics Honor Society as well, so you did well, right?
Yes, so yeah. I was inducted into the honors physics honor society there on campus. So but the thing about it, as you asked, on campus, for me, if you realize the electronics is there now, where my electronics component comes in, is that I usually repair laptops for the students on campus, right? So that is where, because I was just always, I love electronics. I really love electronics. I like how these things work and so on. So when I would pull up the laptops and I would say, oh, this is where the hard drive is, this is what does
So
that.
that's how you
Let me
get
put.
your little source of income on campus.
There you go. So there now, from there now, I say, whoa, I actually can start something from this, because the requests and so on, persons were just asking who they can go to repair the laptops and so on. And I would make myself available and things like that. So what you found happening is that I had to get a little shop by Richmond Park in Halfway Tree, where I would be able to know take the laptops from the campus, go to the shop. I have some other bridges that I work with there at Richmond Park as well. Clarence, big up Clarence. I had to take the laptops there, repair them myself and Clarence. Then we brought them back to the campus. So from there now, I found myself having to be a bit more in that whole entrepreneurial spirit
Wasn't that a bit
because
hectic? The back and forth wasn't that hectic, Hoshin?
yes, it was, and I wasn't even driving at the time. But that's a spirit that I'm showing you that you have to have, right? You have to have the God, the spirit, the guts to go out. You know that, all right. You want this, you need to put in the work to make it happen, right? And all of this was in the midst of my studies at school, if you get what I'm saying. But you have to have the spirit, the entrepreneurial spirit, if you're really serious about it.
And definitely seeing that entrepreneurial spirit in you from you were very young. But what I find interesting is that after you graduated, you went on to become the leading operations officer at the First Caribbean International Bank. You did that for 7 years and then you resigned. You
Yeah, yeah.
resigned from a stable job, having some stable income, to jump into the uncertain world of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Hussein, why would you do such a thing? Weren't you scared?
Well, the thing about it, yeah. So I was a lending operations officer back at CIBC First Caribbean Bank from 2011 to 2018. And I thought to myself that my time would have now been here where I need to evolve because I'm happy for the experience, of course, that I would have garnered there, definitely, and all the friendships and everything there. But there would come a time now where you have to look into yourself and know that, all right, I am out for this, this is my purpose, you understand? So I need to go out and get these things together. So, I mean, yeah,
To
initially you'll get
educate
some.
students, that's what you mean by your purpose?
Say that again for me.
Meaning to educate students, that's what you mean by your purpose?
Yeah, educate students as well as my music because that has always been a part of me. You understand? Music and education, love those two. So those would pretty much be my purpose, and I would have to step out of First Caribbean really to go and chase those to make sure that I really actualize and get those things really on par, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. Yeah, initially you would have a bit of chills because it's a secure job. You're leaving it to go out and do this thing. You don't know if it's going to work and so on. But as I mentioned to you before, a component of this entrepreneurial spirit, you have to have the guts, you have to have the gall to go out and do it irrespective of whatever may happen. And you have to stand tall in the adversities, right? So it was just natural for me to really go out and just to get the work done to make sure that, I reach where I want to reach in time.
But before you left, did you have like an emergency fund? Did you have funds to fall back on in case it doesn't work out for you?
Well, as I've always been doing the tutoring, so I always have some funding there. You get what I mean? So even while I was at First Caribbean, after leaving work in the evening, I would do tutoring on Saturdays, Sundays. So every little time that I had, I would be doing tutoring to support me in terms of funding.
So when you told persons that you're leaving CIBC to start an educational institution, first of all, what did they tell you? Were they like discouraging you to start it?
Not necessarily. Most of them they actually knew that Oshin, yeah, I'm really like a go-getter because I can recall even whilst being just a lending operations officer, I would be applying for some serious roles like all directors and so on. So my head was really getting myself way up, you understand? So they knew that that was there within me, right? It was just the direction that I would take it, right? So they weren't surprised really because they even knew that I did tutoring and so on, even after work and on Saturdays and such like. Because I even had some persons, their children from the bank coming to me and such like. So it wasn't really a shocker to them really. It was more just a farewell and just to go out and do what we know you can do.
Mhm. So while you are at the bank now, I'm hearing that you told person that you were doing tutoring as well. So is that how you sort of network with persons to get persons to come over to your educational institution?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. The connections that I built there at the bank, massive, very massive, right? From 2011 to 2018, as I mentioned. So they would tell friends, their friends will tell other friends, and such like even community members here from where I'm at, and so on. So that's generally how, my thing would have spread. And the music would have propelled it even further.
So you were doing the music thing while you were still at CIBC.
Yeah, I was doing it, but on a smaller scale. The education component was a bit more over that at the time. Because with the music thing, I knew that, I would have to get my space set up and the studio and all that, which would take some time. But it was still there. It was still a part of me. At the time, I didn't have my studio. I just would have done things in my bedroom, like a little bedroom studio and so on. Such like, because I actually saw the liquid gas was done in my bedroom. It was a bedroom setup and thing. And that was the first track. So yes, definitely I was doing music there, but on a smaller scale at the time.
All right, so we're going to take a break right here, but please don't go anywhere. We have more. Mr. Blake, when
Are you seeking a holistic path to wellness? We believe in one disease, one cure. Introducing McLaren's Age Reversing and Wellness Center. We offer a wide range of holistic services such as sauna therapy, vibration plate therapy, ionic foot detox, pressotherapy sessions, body blueprints nutritional audits, and magnetic full body scans. Your body, balanced or imbalanced, holds the key to your well-being. We empower you to find the root cause of your health concerns and harness your body's natural ability to detoxify and heal. Experience the transformative power of holistic care. Make an appointment today, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call us at 914-278-9394 or visit 557 Main Street, Suite 201, New Rochelle, New York, 10.
all right, so Mr. Blake, Forbes stated that 90% of businesses fail in their first year. But I mean, One Place Academy, they have been going strong since 2017. How were you able to achieve this?
Well, I mean, it has been rough, but as I mentioned to you before, you have to have the gall to withstand it, right? You have to know exactly what you're set out to do, right? So, I mean, you want to change lives and so on. It's not going to come easy, right? So we make sure that we put systems in place, right? You delegate the duties properly. We have the right persons in the right places, and we do our checks and balances as we go through. But as I mentioned, it's really tough task, and you really have to have the gall to withstand and make sure that everything lines up the way how you envisioned it.
So what type
Yeah.
of difficulties are you talking about now in terms of financing or getting tutors?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mixture of both, really. You really have to plan ahead, because it could be from a case where you're short on tutors, right? And, you have to find persons quick and fast. You have to think on your feet that how you're going to make this happen. Sometimes you may have to rotate a class or two, right? Likewise, in terms of even finances, you always want to make sure that you have reserve there to carry you throughout a particular period. Because sometimes you may have a down period, when school is out and so on. So how you're going to manage that and such like. So all of that pretty much we have figured out over the years, right? Because before One Place Academy, there existed Mr. Blake's Educational Center, which would have been myself only, right? And, I would have garnered quite a bit of experience doing it by myself. So once I transitioned into One Place now, where I, hired other persons on board with me, then I pretty much would have figured out the roadmap and what to do and so on, and who to put where and such like. So yeah, it has been tough, but we have to make sure that, we stand tall and ensure that we carry through right throughout.
All right. So while pursuing your degree at University of the West Indies, has the thought of establishing an educational institution ever crossed your mind since you're doing so good at it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That was one of my main thing there on the top of my brain, even whilst I was there studying, right? How
So it
can I
wasn't
make
just work in a bank then, it was more than that.
more than that? Yeah, definitely. It was more than that, So I eventually knew that the outcome would be something like this, because I mentioned to you, I've been tutoring from way back, even from in high school, because I attended Wilmer's Boys High School. From then, I used to assist my friends and so on with whatever it is that they're not so good at, like physics, math, and those sort of things. And from then I would say, all right, they may pay me a little $200 or something at the time. So it has been in me from then right up. So I knew that, at some point I would have my educational establishment, right? So it was just now the right time that is taking place.
Were you ever concerned with the amount of money that you were getting from them? Were you just saying in your head that, okay, I'm just going to do this for the fact that I can get some money? Was that ever your concern, or were you just doing it because you just love it?
Yeah, I was doing it more so because I loved it. I love assisting persons, right? Because even when persons come here at the studio, like maybe I have new persons coming in, I would like to know what they know about the music industry. So you see, again, education is just always finding me because I have to try to get the knowledge out to people, even new people I'm seeing for the first time. So it's just within me to just get the word out in whatever way. And it's not necessarily about the money, as I've mentioned. It's just really about your purpose, what you're here to do. You give back to people, share the knowledge. I mean, we would have gathered all of this knowledge and be walking around with it. What are the purpose is really to share it, disperse it to everybody so that they can know as well. So, that has always been a part of me.
Mhm. So you're constantly mentioning purpose, finding your purpose, finding your purpose. But how does one even recognize their purpose, even from a young age?
Right. Very, very, very good question. So, for me, it's really a case of, doing some introspection and say, all right, what am I good at without even thinking about it? Which music and education, those are just the main two things for me. So if I should see anybody right now and, they come here or whatever the case is, and, they want to do some work with me, before they do any work, I would like to know where they're at in terms of their thinking so that I can add my skills to it or, let them know what I know, right? And not to just hold it back and just to press record and just record them and no. So it's really a case of doing introspection and see where you're good at. And, all right, well, this is my purpose. I think this is what I'm really here to do. And you just build that out, work on it, and you just expand it and see how many persons you really can help. So that is really my thing.
$1 million question now. Do you actually prefer being an employee where you know that you can have a certain amount of money every month, your pay is sure as long as you work, or do you prefer being an entrepreneur? And were there times where you sit down and say, boy, with that work, CIBC, with that sure so me that get me little pay? Which one do you prefer?
Well, actually, I'm both, because I mean, yeah, as an entrepreneur, you still have to, you're an employee just the same because the business is going to pay you, right? So that's how it is set up. So I'm still being paid right now. It's just I'm being paid by my company, one place. So,
Mhm.
I mean, aside from that, though, let us say, we're comparing to say outside of one place. The thing with being an entrepreneur is that you work every single day. And I think this needs to be said out there. A lot of persons, even myself back then, I would think that, oh, well, you're an entrepreneur, so you work for yourself. You can do anything that you want. You can travel the world and do all that. But it's totally different. It's not that. It doesn't work like that. You really have to know that being an entrepreneur, your brain will have to be working every single day of the week, right? So even when you think that you're on a vacation there, you're gonna be thinking like, whoa, what is happening back there now? Then somebody may call you and say, hey, that such and such is not working, even when you have persons in positions and so on. So that's the trick with it. But being an employee, you would know just be there and you just go to your regular work, maybe Monday to Friday, and you don't have to worry about all of what takes place in between, right? So for me right now, I'm happy where I'm at because, as I mentioned before, to really get those from point A to point B and so on, we have to prepare to take the leap. But as I mentioned, you don't just want to take the leap for just what you may see on social media to say, oh, this guy is flying from there to there, he's going over there. No, you don't want to take the leap for that. You really have to find passion, your goal in this thing, and know that this is exactly what you want to do with your life.
Mm. All right, so one more question before we take another break. How did you actually discover that these catchy songs that you were doing, they were actually helping persons to remember the content much, 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 much better? How did you actually discover that?
Well, as when I tested the first solid liquid gas and the response for that was great. Then now in 2019 February when we released the mental math, that went global. So, we got the calls from Star, the Smile Jamaica, and so on, Observer, and such like. And that mental math was very, very critical because we had quite a bit of topics in it, the timetable and so on. And students would come back to us and say, "Wow, sir, I love this math song. I actually use it to study my timetable, my square numbers, and stuff like that, my polygons, because that one song had all of those topics in it." So, from there, I realized that, whoa, this thing is, more massive than I would have thought. So I would have to expand on this thing. So it was really at that point, I realized that, hey, the concepts being issued out in these songs, they're actually working. Students actually loved it. And that led me now to do more songs where we have our YouTube channel, One Place Academy, multiplication songs right throughout, graduation songs, a lot of songs there for students to go and listen, right? I have more coming, of course.
You produce and you write all of these songs.
Yes, right. All of these songs are written by me. My productions. In terms of beat making, I would have made some of the beat and another version of mine, Avicon. Big up Avicon Records. Yeah, I work with Avicon. And in terms of like mixing, mastering, and so on, to make sure that our songs are very clear and to the point so persons can really understand exactly what is being meted out there.
Welcome to Financial Freedom, where dreams become reality. Join the ranks of the wealthy 1% and secure your family's future with indexed universal life insurance. Enjoy the benefits while you're still alive. Our policy offers living benefits, long-term care coverage, and savings potential. Build your wealth, protect your loved ones, and ensure a secure financial future. Start your journey today. Visit dynamicviva.com.
Shane, you did an interview with Margaret Boyne, and she questioned you about the pass rate for mathematics. Now, you mentioned that your method of teaching, it will increase the pass rate of mathematics if you are given resources from the Ministry of Education. Now, can you mention what resources were you referring to?
Yeah, sure. We're referring to financial resources, because to build out the curriculum, I would have, of course, need a team of persons here with me to work with me to get it done. But we would definitely be able to get it done, right? In terms of, like, for example, vectors, matrices, trigonometry, bearings, and all of that. We could put all of that in animation, music, and you're seeing things on screen so that students would have a better appreciation of what these topics are really about, right? Because oftentimes we find that we're teaching these topics in the regular sessions and the students, they just block their minds instantly. They read the questions and like that's just it. They don't want to see anything else as it relates to that. Now we're saying that we can put everything to music, right? So you can get the kids, because I hear these kids singing some songs nowadays, and right, if they can know those songs, imagine if we can actually put these actual things that they need to know in music, right? So that is what we're referring to. We get the financial support from the MOE to say, all right, we want you guys to work on from K1 to right up, PEP, all of these things, build out the curriculum in music for us. Here is XYZ. Let us get it going. We want these songs by X time, these videos to be done by X time, and so on. So definitely we'll be able to get that done. And we believe strongly that that would transform the educational sector.
So how has that process been going? Has it started already?
Well, we have reached out to the MOE, but nothing solid as yet. We don't have anything concrete in terms of to say, all right, here is XYZ, or this is how we're going to move forward, right? So nothing solid as it relates to that as yet.
All right, so let's touch more on the entrepreneurial side as well as the multiple income sides of this as well. So you have your educational institution, One Place Academy, and also Blake's Beats, where you produce and you also make beats as well. So how important is it to have multiple streams of income?
Well, it's extremely important, as mentioned before. It is very, very important. You really want to identify your passion, your drive, why you get up every day, really. So, I mean, if you realize that, what is happening around the world, and they will tell you that, the more income stream you can really have, you're right, you really be able to supplement yourself a bit better. So I would say it is extremely important, right? And it doesn't really stop here, because you have to be thinking, what's next, right? You don't want to get too complacent and believe that, okay, you have these and you stop right there. No, you have to be striving for more and trying to get to the next level.
All right. So do you actually believe that someone should pursue a career that makes them a whole lot of money, but it doesn't make them as happy? Or someone to just pursue what makes them happy, but it doesn't really make them a lot of money?
Well, that would that would depend on the person, and what they really go for. But from my experience, I think people, they like happiness, they like to be happy, right? But at the same time, that they want to have money. Persons would tell her that, hey, money makes me happy. So, I mean, that's a two-way question. It depends on the individual, right? But I mean, I think, once you have the resources, the monetary resources there, over time, maybe your happiness will be built, right? But you want to be cushioned some way. Because some people will tell you straight off the bat, that they don't want to be rich. They just want to be comfortable. They're fine with that and so on. So it will really depend on the individual and what their morals are, right? And what they're comfortable with, right? But, as an entrepreneur like myself, definitely we're go-getters. So there's no limit really for us.
All right. So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start a business? I mean, they don't have the capital, but they're really passionate about the services that they offer. What advice do you have for them?
Well, being passionate about the service that they offer definitely is very key, right? I mean, you getting yourself out there, because even me, when I was starting out, I didn't have anybody really, I just started, and over time you have to work. You build your name, your reputation out there in the streets, and people get to know you eventually. If your product is good or your service, whatever it is that you're doing, people eventually find you, and they will support you, because initially that's how I started out. People realized that, all right, we can give him a strength and so on, and started to support me until I gradually grew and stuff like that. So, have no fear. Really, just go out, start. You have to start. You have to move. You can't just sit down and ponder on it every single day and don't make a move. So you want to get going, get cracking, and then eventually you'll get the help. Trust me, you're gonna get the help once people see what you're doing, that it's solid, and they believe in you. You're gonna get the help. So just start.
But what if you actually need the capital to start this business of yours? Where do you go? Do you go to the banks? Where exactly do you go?
Well, yeah, you would to go to the bank initially without any records or anything. They're not really gonna look at you because you don't have a record. So is that you're gonna borrow the money from friends and so on, or family members to get started if you need money, right? Some businesses, as I mentioned, for example, like what I did, and I know you have other persons who are doing it, you didn't really need much or if any capital really to start your tutoring. So you just say, hey, I can tutor you for $5,000 for 2 hours or whatever it is, and you start right there. But for someone else who may need, for whatever business it is that they're setting up, and they need cash like right now, then no, they may need to borrow from a friend or a family member, stuff like that. The bank's not gonna just give it to you like that, right? Unless you may join, for example, like Scotiabank's Vision Achiever or some other Vision Achiever program that may exist, and you go with your proposal and they may like it, and you're going to have to compete against a lot of persons there and so on to get a grant or whatever it is, then you can try for that. But aside from that, if you need to get going like immediately, right, you may want to look towards your family members, your friends, to see if you can get some immediate support to get going, and then of course you would repay them over time.
All right, let's touch on the topic of competition for a bit. Now, One Place Academy has been performing well over the years, but how does how does it manage to stand out from all the educational institutions in Jamaica? What gives One Place Academy that edge?
Well, we have been discussing it from the session, the music. So the music is One Place Academy's, hallmark. That's different from everything that everybody else is doing. So whilst we have the regular stuff, classes and so on, like what everybody else is doing, the musical component is what differentiates One Place Academy from pretty much the entire market, right? So we're pretty much focused on making sure that we build that out properly and to take us to the next level. So we would definitely invite, anybody, not just the MOE, anybody who wants to partner with us really to get us to that next level, take education to that next level, definitely can join us. One Place Academy on all social media platforms.
And I see you wearing on the shirt as well. One Place Academy and Blake Beats on the shirt. I see it. I see it. All
Definitely,
right.
definitely, definitely. Yeah.
So, Shane, what's next? What's next for you? What's next for One Place Academy and Blake Beats?
Well, just more work. The vision doesn't stop here. It's just more work, and we just want to reach to another level. As I mentioned, we're looking forward to get more products into even the Caribbean, right? So whereby we use the same music, push it into the Caribbean schools, just the same, and of course international, because music is really a global product, So we really want to not just limit it to Jamaica, the Caribbean, right? But we need the help to really make that happen. And yeah, that's pretty much what is next for us.
And how can we find you?
Well, for me personally, I'm on all social sites, all social media platforms. Hoshane Blake, you just punch my name in, Hoshane Blake, on all social sites, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and so on. One Place Academy, likewise. One Place Academy on all social sites. Blake Beats with 3 Z's at the end. All social sites as well.
Hmm. All right. So we have come to another episode end of Afrocents, where we are joined by CEO of One Place Academy and Blake Beats, O'Shane Blake. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here, O'Shane.
Thanks a lot, Nadra, for inviting me. The pleasure is mine.
Awesome. All right, there you have it, CEO of One Place Academy and Blake Beats. This is episode number 11 of Afrocents, the show with knowledge that makes you dollars and cents. I am your host, Nadia Robinson, and see you next Tuesday.
Are you ready to provide peace of mind to the ones you love the most? Protect them with a Sure for Life funeral membership. Join the ranks of over 2 million protected individuals in Latin America and the United States. Our dedication to excellence has earned us an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. We care about your specific needs, and our consultants are here to provide personalized advice, ensuring you make the right decision for your family's future. Choose the best option for you. Our family membership protects up to 7 loved ones between ages 0 and 65, coverage of traditional funeral services for the primary member and their family members, includes parents up to 80 years of age, transportation within the United States, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico, with repatriation to the country of origin within the coverage area, round-trip airfare exclusively for the primary member to attend the service of plan members, 24/7 customer support line, staffed by a specialized team of professionals providing personalized assistance, and continuous support during the time of the service. You can also choose this membership for 1 or 2 people, extending the same level of protection and care to your closest individuals. Our Silver membership protects individuals between ages 66 and 75, coverage of traditional funeral services for the primary member and their family member or friend, option to add protection for 1 additional person between 0 and 75 years old with an additional fee, regardless of kinship, transportation to the country of origin, round-trip airfare exclusively for the primary plan holder to attend the service of their protected family members or friends, 24/7 customer support line offering personalized assistance during difficult times, and continuous support during the time of the service. Protect your loved ones with a Sure for Life funeral membership. Contact us at 646-688-5554 for more information.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am trying to see if I'm even hearing myself right now. Am I? Anyone is hearing me? Let me just make sure that I am actually waiting on my associate, Mr. Bram. So let me just make sure I'm doing a mic check now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just see that everything is working. Mic check now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. So good evening, everyone. A few that are tuning in right now, wherever you are listening to us or watching us from. This is yours truly, Glenn Walker, and of course, we are here this evening to talk about security, surveillance, and um, and the solar system. And I'm seeing my associate, Mr. Bram, in the backstage right now. So, Alex, can you just bring us together? Thank you.
Good night, everyone. How you doing, Sir
Hey,
Walker?
I'm doing great, man. You see, this podcast is like a training all over again because what happened, I you see how I have to be trying to adjust myself. Um,
Yeah,
normally, we would be operating like from in the studio.
yeah, that's it.
So now you can operate
Weird.
and from anywhere now. So it kind of make things. You know what happened? It's really. I think it's really better, but everything takes adjustment. You understand? So now I'm trying to positioning myself to come
Yeah,
center. Oh my God!
try to catch
Oh
the right
God!
handles.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm trying to show up like just my face,
Yeah,
to full up the camera. Yeah.
yeah,
So a lot. It's good to have fun. By the way, welcome to Afrocents. I should be you actually welcoming me to this segment.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. So introduce yourself, man, to the folks. For those of you, I know a lot of people that are watching us right now, and I just want to we are broadcasting now on Facebook,
Yeah.
YouTube, um, X, which was originally Twitter,
Mhm.
LinkedIn, and Patreon right now. We are
Yeah.
hoping that those of you that are watching us right now can help us, that we can be able to broadcast on TikTok and also Instagram.
Yeah.
We have to have about 10,000 people subscribing and are following us on TikTok and Instagram to
Oh,
be
that's
able
okay.
to do a live broadcast. So for those of
I'm sure
you,
we get there soon.
oh yeah, we'll get there because those lovely folks that are watching
Yeah.
us, they want us to spread the good news, and of course, they know that this program is all about education. If
Yeah.
you were listening to the gentleman there, um, not too long ago, that young man, this is one of the things that we promote. We promote people to start their own business, to help others to start their own business.
Making a
Um,
big difference. Huh? Yeah.
right, making a difference in society. So
Yeah.
for those of you that are watching us, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also please share it with friends and with your family. Let them know that there's a new Afrosense Afrocentric podcast in town, and we are about helping people to start their own business. We are
Yeah.
here to give good information. Um, we are here to talk about generational legacy, and we are touching on most of the different topics that affect our communities across the world.
Yeah.
Because we talk music. The gentleman there before, I think, is a record producer. I mean, for those of you that were listening to him and so forth. So what we are here to talk about tonight, um, for a short while, is the one of the things that concern our people, and that's why I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself right now and tell the people who you are and
Yeah.
what we are bringing um, to their community.
Good night again, everyone. My name is Tyron Bram, and I'm the security manager in charge of this leg of Delta Force team in Jamaica. So possibly we're gonna take over the world, but for now we're focusing on Jamaica now. So that's my role basically that I play um, in the team. So yeah, and it was a very busy week for us so far since over the week and into the weekend because we visited Portland yesterday with the team of from overseas in the US, Generations Church Medical Mission. They are doing a fantastic job here now in Jamaica. And we had the privilege of meeting up with them yesterday and yeah, getting a feel of what they're doing here in Jamaica. And also we also met up with them in Franklin Town since evening.
Yes,
So they're doing a
yeah,
very tremendous job here in Jamaica.
yeah, man.
Um,
This is the biggest group that we had so far that travel international. We have almost 40 doctors, nurses, and ministers that travel on this team.
yeah,
So this was really a big thing. And so you see, we are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to actually to bring to you guys a lot of things that are happening, that we are doing and that we are involved with all over the world. You understand? So we are hoping that next year again we will be back in Jamaica. If not in Jamaica, we are gonna be in the Caribbean, or it could be Africa, because it's been a while now we haven't been to Africa. Since this is the first time that we are traveling since the pandemic.
yeah.
Um,
That's what I heard. Yeah,
Right. So, but Jamaica, the team love Jamaica, and I know I'm hoping that next year again we will go back to Jamaica.
yeah,
That we'll be able to cover some areas that we did not get the chance to cover this time. For those of you that are in Jamaica that are listening to us right now, we will be in Maypen tomorrow.
yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Definitely.
we'll
That's
be
what I
in
was about.
Maple tomorrow,
Mm,
and
yeah,
Ocherius on Thursday and Friday in Ocherius. So those of you that want to come out to meet the team, our medical mission team, with Dr. Judith McLaren, Dr. Joy, Bishop Matt, Pastor Sherry, and is a whole lot of doctors,
yeah,
ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen. And of
Very
course,
nice people, man.
yes,
Yeah,
so the team is gonna be in Maypen tomorrow. We are
yeah,
gonna be posting it and to tell you guys where the team will be tomorrow in Maypen to serve the community, the Maypen community, for people that want medical assistance,
yeah,
or some form of want to find out what is happening in their bodies and so forth. We have a whole lot of doctors and nurses and ministers that are presently resting right now, and that
yeah,
gonna be in Maypen, and then we're gonna leave and go into Ocherius. So the people that are in the Ocherius area, we are gonna post to let you know where we are going to be. So we are here this evening to talk about security, surveillance, and security detail, because that really and truly is our number one concern,
yeah.
not only in Jamaica, but in the United States and in Africa. Well, I'm gonna use Africa right now, because if I use the right name for Africa, people gonna wonder what I'm talking about. But next week, I promise you that I'm gonna start using the right name for Africa, because Africa is not the right name. We talk about Afrocentric people, but and so forth. But all of us have, our generation have grown up to hear about Africa as one of the continent. Africa was basically named after one of the colonizer. So the right name is not really Africa. You understand? So as I said, this program is about educating our people as to what, and I know a lot of people look on a person like me and you, and we call ourselves black, African American, and African American and black and so forth. People, we are not black. We are not black people. Black people, there was nothing in the Bible and from origin that speak about black people. We are brown people. We have different complexion, and that's why that you call yourself maroon. Maroon, brown people are maroon. That's why we hear about this maroon, those maroons in Jamaica, and maroons in Europe, and maroons in what they call Africa and those places. Yeah, that means to say is people with different shades. If you look on the different shades of maroon, so forth, you will see is a whole lot. Some of us look white. Some of us look,
we unique.
yeah, very unique. You know, so we are not really black people. So when I'm talking about Black Lives Matter and all of those kind of things, that is from the pit of hell. Don't go away with them things, you understand? Because we are not black people. So I know a lot of you out there might be wondering what we are talking about, but you need to go back to origin and really get know what and understand about us, because a lot of things were hidden from us and them still hiding things right now. So this platform is about,
Coming out.
yeah, it's coming
Coming
out. And this platform is about, as I say, educating people. But we are not doing that right now. We are not going to talk about that. What we are talking about now is your security and our security for those people from the diaspora that want to visit Jamaica. You already have a property, are looking to get a property in Jamaica. So that's what we want to talk about this evening. So you know what does that mean? Right now in Jamaica, it is so hot right now. I mean, all the doctors and everybody, they were, I mean, water was running from their head to their toes in Franklin town today. Portland yesterday was also a hot day. Tomorrow, I know that tomorrow in Maypen is going to be another hot day. And Hochurus is going to be a hot day. So you're one of the things that we are doing right now. We are encouraging the people to get our solar system. Get solar for the church. Get solar for the church. Look here, you see the more solar system that we have on top of people roof, and the churches and the business places and the private home, the community start get cool after a time, you know.
Yes, man. Have something absorbing the sun, eh?
Yes, you understand. So I know that a lot of you have been checking out the solar system. I even have never thought about it, because everybody you hear about a whole lot of millions of dollars for it. You understand?
Exciting news for them, eh?
It's not a lot of us can really afford it, but we are making it very affordable for you guys. It might not be. Look here, it can only be sold at certain price, but one of the things that we are bringing to the table, we are bringing financing available. So look, so what would you sacrifice for that you for the price of running an AC 24 hours a day inside of your house, for paying a small monthly fee? And we are talking about those people that are in Portmore. This year, we did not come to Portmore. Why we didn't come to Portmore? Because Portmore really hot.
Portmore needs our solar system, man.
Portmore need our solar system over there. That's why we did not come to Portmore on this trip here. But it's funny, but it's true. St. Catherine and Kingston need, the whole of Jamaica need our system, but we Portmore and the St. Catherine and Kingston here
Yeah.
were the reason why we decide to look into our get financing available. Because a lot of people in Portmore have never, some houses over there, have never seen an AC before.
That's it. That's it.
Or if
That's
them
it.
have an AC, I just
On them light bill.
one little room because I have people and that is a part of my associates. Them run
Yeah.
the AC on and off for 2 weeks, and their bill came up to almost $80,000.
Man, light bill is very pressuring out here. Very,
So,
very
ladies
pressuring.
and gentlemen, we are saying give us a call. The numbers are at the bottom.
Yeah.
646-688-5554. That's the overseas number. For those of you that are in Jamaica, it's
Yeah.
876-826 I think 5345. Yeah, 5345. So
Yeah.
it is very important. You can't have a house and you're cooking inside your house every day. Can you imagine? I know friends and family that lives inside of them house since in the 70s, and them don't have any AC. No wonder those people are so slim over there.
Sweating out, eh? Sweating out.
God, look here. I have
Which is a
sometimes.
good thing. Which is
Eh?
a good thing still, but we need to also live in comfort.
Yes, that's the thing,
Yeah. Live in comfort.
Look,
Yeah.
it's so hard. It's so
Yeah.
hard when we travel and we cannot stay at friends and family home because it's hot. And whenever the place is hot, it breed up mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Definitely.
people
Let's
have
try
to
it more.
people have to open their windows to get a little wind coming inside, a little breeze. And then here, as you open the windows, here come the mosquitoes coming in.
They've been knocking on the window.
The mosquitoes are knocking on the windows, and as you open it, you let them in. So
Welcome.
you have to be fighting mosquitoes and heat at the same time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are in Portmore or anywhere in Jamaica right now that have never experienced what a cool house is or
Yeah.
feels like, please give us a call. We can actually finance the AC for you. We can finance the solar system and the security detail and security surveillance system. It's one package. One package, and it's very affordable, ladies and gentlemen. Very
You have to join
affordable.
a long traffic line to get to us. One place, everything. One place.
Just imagine you are able to run your AC right throughout the day. Do you understand that it will be so cool or cold that you don't even have to run it in the night?
Yeah.
You understand? And remember that, yes, and you're the next thing again. JPS goes out so often.
Not reliable.
And that is one of the big difference with what we are offering, because some companies out there are offering solar system and they are not, and if electricity goes, there goes their solar system. That is not the right way to do it. And I know Jamaica have it right, and we at Delta Shield have it right. So when we are putting up our system, you are getting inverter, and you are getting is it the phone ringing already, man? Tell them that
Somebody calling, but I have a decline because we're talking exciting stuff here. So
okay.
when I get out the phone, I'll tend to them. I'll tend to them.
Okay. So this is really serious, ladies and gentlemen. You really want to live into your home and live comfortable. Call us Delta Shield at 646-688-5554. And that is for those people that are living in the United States you can wherever you live in, you can call any one of the number. It doesn't matter. 876-82 53445. Call us and ask about our package or the Delta
Yeah.
Shield package that gives you solar system, surveillance, security detail that, and you are going to explain to the folks what the security detail system will be. That because you know a lot of the people that owns properties in Jamaica are living overseas.
Yeah.
So we are talking about peace of mind. You are overseas. Delta Shield is about peace of mind. You are living in Jamaica. Delta
Yeah.
Shield is about peace of mind. You are sleeping,
Yeah.
and when you sign up with us, you do
Yeah.
not have to be worrying about every sound that you hear outside, or
Yeah.
every dog bark, or every
But still
cock
can't have
crow.
very soon.
You can sleep because we will be there,
Yeah.
basically, with our response team to be making sure that
Yeah.
you can get that sleep that you deserve. So tell us a little bit more about that before we close up, because tonight we are not going to be long, because
Yeah.
it's not this is not rocket scientists. Basically, you don't need to go to school to know whether or not if you really want to live in a your house comfortable and be cool, or you want to see what is happening around your house.
Yeah.
If
That's
somebody
everything.
yes,
Yeah.
this whole
Sense of
security, the
security.
whole peace of mind,
Yeah.
basically is the number one priority.
Yeah.
Because even if you have money, your money is not gonna comfort you. Your money can't stop you from getting hot. Well, if you have the money, you can be able to afford what we are talking about.
With our solar system
Right,
and
right.
yeah.
But we are even talking about for the people that don't have the cash that they can be able to afford it. So you can live just like the rich people, or the people that have some money to take care of things. So nobody will know your business to know whether or not if you're rich or not, because you are living comfortable. So, but Tyrone, you're gonna talk to us before we close off about the security detail part, because look, guys, you look at that gentleman. And for those of you that were in Jamaica,
I'm sure they're not seeing me in entirety.
yes, yes, yeah. Well, this whom be seeing that. Carlos and you will be able to see him, see the gentleman turn up,
Yeah.
because he might be one of
Yeah.
them that will be coming out to your location to tell you
Yeah.
exactly what you need and what you do not need, and all those, as well as it could be somebody else. But one day you will get to meet him and so forth.
Yeah.
And by the way, you guys, he can also tell you about some of the events that um he cover in Jamaica, so that will
Yeah.
kind of give you an idea
Yeah.
what you are dealing with when it comes down to security detail, if you want to be picked up at the airport, basically the kind of people that will be coming to pick you up at the airport and to transporting you across Jamaica. So tell us a little about the security detail, Mr. Tyrone.
All right. So basically, what you'll be getting when you book Delta Shields, security details. If it's a situation where you're coming into Jamaica and you want us to pick you up from the airport, pick you up in comfort, and not only in comfort but creating a secure environment for you. So if it is a situation where you want to tour Jamaica, we'll be there with you. If it's a situation where you just want to sit and relax, we'll be there with you also. Visiting family members, coming to a funeral, coming to a wedding, or just come to visit in general and have fun. We'll be there to secure to make sure that your environment is secure enough that you can focus on enjoying yourself. When it comes on to your home and the security of your home, with our system that we'll be putting in place at your home or your business,
Mhm.
monitoring them. Okay, so you'll be able to, if it's a situation where you're closing up and you want us present while closing up and stuff and escorting you home, we offer that service also. So it comes under one package. So while you sleep, we're there watching and ensuring that you sleep in comfort. If there's problem on the outside of your home or somebody try to breach a perimeter, we'll be there. Okay? So
Yes. And
that's
and this is not like those security officers or security guards, ladies and gentlemen, that right
trained
now
person.
hiding from the are not as equipped as the people that are supposed are stopping by, are intruding. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a different set of folks that
We take
when
your
they
security very serious.
when they come on the scenes, you understand, it's a different thing, you understand? And I guarantee you that we will be able to reach there even quicker than the law enforcement. You understand? Because some area in law enforcement and where you live, they only have one or two cars. And
Yeah.
if those cars already gone on a scene,
And
you're
an
gonna have
assignment.
to an assignment. You're gonna have to wait until them come back. I wait until tomorrow.
Yeah.
You understand? So yeah,
And that's not
it's very it's very disturbing, but it is the way of life, and some of you have been experiencing that. You
yeah.
understand? So
Yeah.
give us a call, ladies and gentlemen. Give us a call. As the gentleman explained that if you are coming into Jamaica, the first number that you want to call is us. You understand? If you want female bodyguards and male bodyguards,
We have
security
them.
detail, we
Yeah.
have them. So, ladies and gentlemen, call us at 646-688-5554. 646-688-5554. Did I say it right? 646-688-5554 or
Yeah.
876-826-5345. Looking for that peace of mind. Delta Shield is here to give
Yeah.
you that peace of mind. And I just
Definitely.
want to say thank you for those of you that are watching us, will be watching us, because I know a lot of you might not be tuning right now, but this broadcast is on Facebook. It's gonna be on Instagram, TikTok, um, Spotify, LinkedIn, X, and YouTube. So you can be able to see us and get information and so forth. So I don't know if any last word, Mr. Brian.
Come on. I just want to big up the team. Big up our
Yeah.
team. We are doing a tremendous job so far. We went in Portland yesterday, and I tell you, Naja and Califia, they were so excited in their task. Yeah, man,
Wow.
they did it well.
I'm wondering if the team will be going to Maypen.
Maypen.
Well, we can talk about that later. So
Yeah, man,
the
definitely can.
possibility is that the team might will the security and the media team will be in Maypen tomorrow, possible, and
Yeah,
also in Ocherias. But we will. All you guys have to do is just follow us, and
yeah.
you will get updated information, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, so that is it for tonight.
Yeah,
So thank you for listening and for tuning in. Thanks again, Mr. Brian,
yeah, man.
and for another awesome night. For those of you who say, give us a call
Yeah,
for your security detail, your solar and your surveillance system, and we will be there as soon as you. I just think about it. I just call us and we'll be
yeah,
there. So have a wonderful evening. Until next week, this same time,
yeah,
we will be back on the air again to tell you, to continue to remind those of you that have not yet called.
yeah,
Tell your friends, and your family. And by the way, I just want to say one last thing. If you We are looking for salespeople
yeah.
across the world, Jamaica and the world. You do not have to be experienced. If you know of somebody that are looking to get a security detail, surveillance system, or the solar system, and you refer them to us, you are automatically a salesperson and you will be paid just like our professional salespeople. So we have this referral program that pay you as much as we end up paying our salespeople. So everybody right now can be a salespeople. You are looking to earn some extra cash and so
Yeah.
forth. We are paying anywhere between in Jamaican currency now $50,000 to $100,000 per referrals and so forth. As long as the person take our service, that's what you will be getting. And the possibility is there you can get more, depends on how big the job is.
Yep.
You understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, tell your families and friends about us and what we are doing and what we are bringing across Jamaica and the Caribbean and Africa. As the name Africa, we're gonna stop use that word. As of next week, we're gonna start using the right word for our motherland. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure, and have yourself a blessed and wonderful night. Until next week again.
And one more thing. Remember, book us, it pays. Okay?
Right. Peace of
It
mind.
pays also to book
Peace
us.
of mind. Peace of
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.